we are actually. Where we are?
Using common functions related class.
Yeah, I hope I have given some assignment to you all, please.
Yes.
Correct? What is that assignment I given here? Using common function, could you please use this application, fill the data, but using common function, I said. Am I right? Is there any difficulty facing to develop the code in your local system?
No. One small observation here. So when I was writing that assignment, so what I observed here is that I need to put all the methods, whatever is there in this common function. I was added the static, otherwise it was throwing an error for me.
Yeah, that is the case for you because you don't have access to install TestNG, right?
Yeah.
Got you. See, by default, TestNG class without static will be there. See, the TestNG class without static will be.
Okay.
Just a minute. Amazon నుంచి ఏమొచ్చింది అది హారిక అంటే కొన్ని పార్సల్ పంపించింది యూఎస్కి తీసుకుని ఉన్నాయి అవి మనకు కాదులే ఓకేనా ఓకే అదే నన్ను డౌట్ సరే yes Naresh, from your case that's the correct one because TestNG doesn't have any static method, so by default it's a non-static method, and whatever variables, whatever functions you created, those are all should be static. Okay, or else it won't be allowed. That's correct. Any other doubts? Okay, so I'm just giving some hint here. See, if there is a scenario, you just prepare the TestNG class and reusing the common methods. And what is your doubt now? Sorry, what is your implementation? First, understand the flow here. Based on the flow, based on the business actual implementation, how many web elements you are going to be touch in an application. The web elements, you can take the locators and place it the locators here. That's a point number one. And what input data you are going to be utilizing? The input data you must prepare under test resources area. So that I am going to be explaining now. Okay, the step one is here. Okay, go to mute please everyone. So this is my Eclipse. This is my Eclipse. So as for the business scenario, my application scenario, I'm going to be designing the code. Okay, so the code contains locators and input data, right? Locators and test data. So these locators and test data I'm maintaining in separate area here. Okay, so locators have separate class, and test data have separate class. So in my code level, I'm not going to be hard code the locators and test data. So calling locators from locators area, calling test data from test data area. There are two ways to store the test data. One is property file, one is framework not yet implemented as of now. We discussed just it is in under progress. So once it is done, I'll explain the structure will follow up that. So as of now, we have implemented around 40 to 50% of structure only. We have so much of implementation. So once it is done, you may get full idea about the framework. So here, test data, we have property file or okay, Excel file. Okay, so there are two ways of store the data in a different formats. One is the property file or Excel file. See my script. What is my script right now? Look at this. This is my script. See, as of now, how we implemented? Develop the code, and the code contains the locators we hard coded. So these locators I'm not going to be stored in my local system, my local class. So this locator has to be in our locators class. and I have a test data here. Look at this, Wahida, something, blah blah blah. This is the test data, right? So these test data I'm going to be stored in a different area. Where? Come on, yaar.
Test data we need to store into the resources file.
Resources?
We need to add. We need to create one more file over there, and we need to pass the test data from that file.
Huh.
Instead of hard coding here.
Yeah, instead of hard coding the test data in a program level,
Yeah.
we will create a folder under resources, src/test/resources. Here I'm going to be store the test data. This is a new implementation from today onwards. Okay, so what is my program structure? We are going to be implement the code with the help of common functions, and it doesn't contain hard coded of locators and test data. So though data are locators taking from locators class and as well as test data. So these two, yeah, how it would be, just I'm going to be implementing in a low level of one particular class. Look at this, how it would be. Okay, na? I just cleared that. Look at this. Oh, come on, yeah. We have a code here. We have a code. Am I right? So where we place this we with that where it is, yeah, Blaze demo we implemented, right? Look at this. So as of now we store the locators. Oh, we didn't implement that. Where we have placed that? Only locators we placed it here. Yeah, under Blaze demo validation we placed it. Have you seen here? Have you seen? But it contains all the classes, just storing the locators in locators class. That's it. Am I right? Storing the locators in locators class. Look at this. Have you noticed here? Just my application locators I placed here. So I'll go with a different way here. I'll create it. I mean, as of now, what I have implemented, closing that. Look at this. I'm creating a new class. Where is the new class here? We have discussed about Facebook login. Yeah, I'm creating a TestNG class. Look at this TestNG class here. This example. I just created and code I have implemented like this. And global level web driver I have defined the variable here. The next, after login Facebook application, I want to enter password locator something blah blah blah, and I want to click on login button. Yeah, so if I go here, Facebook application, just right click on login button, see the tag name here, see the code name is login, LOGIN. The same thing I have used here. And if I go with the password, we have a name attribute here, PASS. If I go with the password email locator, email is there. So both the locators. This is generic code, am I right? If I run this program, it will be open the, oh, browser is missing here, right? What is the browser launching code? Is it the code for browser launching? Hello? Yeah, I'm just running this. This is a very basic code, am I right? So I'm just running the program here. What happened? Is going to be opening the website of Facebook, and try to enter the username and password and click on login button. Yes, it's executed successfully. The page is taking time to load the next page. Super. So code is executed successfully. Now what is the next step here? This is generic code. And what problem with this code actually? Code is correct only, but what problems will come going forward? Yeah, the developers may change the locator, means you have to come to this class and modify that. And suppose your client is giving some different test data. Okay, command Srinivas, could you please use some abc at gmail.com and password is 1 2 3 4 5 something, and I have to come here and change the test data. Am I right? So now onwards, what I'm trying to say, the locators are not hard coding here. The locators are going to be stored here, and the test data is going to be stored here. Right click on this src, go to new. I'm creating a folder here. Folder name is just test data. Test data. See that folder created. Under this folder, I'm creating a new file. File name is here input dot properties. PROPERTIES. Dot properties is a extension. Dot properties is a extension. If you click finish, now see that property file came here. Now here, right, user will store the application test data. That is nothing but inputs of your class. Okay. Hello. How do we store? Now tell me, in this class, what are the inputs? Where is the inputs?
Email ID and password.
Email ID and password. Are you agree with this? Only these two are inputs?
Login. And
where is input? Input.
URL
also input, right?
Yes.
Okay, so these three I'm going to be stored in this property file only. And locators we have, right? Email, password, login. All these three I'm going to be stored in a locators area. Clear? Okay, so back to the concept here. How to store the locators? How to store the locators? You guys are aware already, I think so. Copy this locator, go to locators area. Yeah, we have already had Facebook email box, Facebook password, Facebook login. These three we have. So I'll just copy the locators class, go to your actual class and create a local variable for that. Okay, some ABC or LOC or anything we can. LOC means just a meaningful reference name for that. That's it. You can go with the OBJ also, object, anything. So better follow LOC dot new class. So here I have created an object for locators class here, and what name you provided here, with that name I'm going to be called the locator. See, I'm just deleting this LOC dot have Facebook email edit box. That's it. Okay, LOC dot. Okay, 1 second. Before going to this, first step, this is a basic script, right? So I already stored the locators in a locators area. Super. That's over. The second step here, create test data for the actual class. So what is the test data? Copy the inputs, go to your inputs.property file and prepare locator. So fb underscore URL. Okay, fb underscore username. Don't give spaces at all. If wherever space is required, you must use the underscore. What is my username? Just ABC test blah 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 at something. Okay, this is my username. And fb underscore. Go to mute, please, everyone. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, some ABC at 1, 2, 3, 4 something. This is my test data of HL class. So the step 1, I store the locators into locators class. I store the username, password, or test data into the input.property file. Okay, now how to read those two values in your HL class? And the concept is WebDriver driver. I already placed into the common function. Look at here. So I don't want to define in my HL class, right? The next, shall I copy this class name and import it here, inherit it here? What is the inheritance concept? The entire objects will be acquired to the child class. Parent class object acquired to the child class. Look at this. I did that. This is common always. Now, what is this code actually? This code we already implemented into the common functions. What is that name here? Chrome browser launch. Just copy the code or else method, just replace it that. Okay, good. And what is this actually? What is this actually?
This also.
And I want to
click on syndicate function.
Okay. Okay, so this is actually input data, right? I don't want to hard code it here, so I want to take it from property file. How to read that? Okay, read the test data from property file. So for that, first, where is your property file? You must create a variable like this: file input stream, any reference name is equal to new file input stream of your path of property file. Where is the path of property file? Where is your property file located? Just right click on that location, go to properties, and this is your path. Okay, so hybrid framework 7am is your project. Within double quotation you must put dot is nothing project and you paste that. See that dot is nothing but your project area here. Then src /test/ resources, inside the test data, inside the test input dot properties. This is the path. The entire path you have stored into fi location. This fi is nothing but your file input stream variable. Okay, now to first of all, to identify the property extension in your project, so Java people has implemented one reference name, one class they have created, that is nothing but properties class. Have you seen here? Properties class. So this class contains n number of methods inside that. Look at this. Properties is a class. What purpose will use it here? So to read the data from properties class, that properties extension. So inside that we have too many methods here. Properties does not store any value in the inheritance hash table, but instead of that internal class something, we can synchronize all the values from the operation. So to retrieve the data, we are going to be utilizing the properties method. So it will be capture, create a empty property file list and retrieve the data from created class. Okay, what is the main purpose of this properties class? First of all, Java people, user has created any dot properties extension. Inside that we have some data. To retrieve this data, we are going to be utilizing this variable to call that. So they already designed it. Who designed it? Java people. Properties. So someone has prepared it and someone has designed the code, and I want to reusing the code in my local system. Shall I create a reference name for that? Okay, use any reference name equal to like this. Just use a reference name. There is an existing class developed by Java people, and I have created a variable for that and calling the methods. Right now, what is the prop here? Inside the properties. Okay, inside the properties, this is actually constructor. Properties is a class with a class name. If they have created a method, that will call it as a constructor. See that with a constructor of unspecified. So create a empty properties class. This is nothing but constructor. Inside we have so many methods. Look at this: properties something, synchronize. set properties, get properties or something. They have designed so many inbuilt methods. Look at this load. What is this load method? Okay, it will be read the property file. What is the construction? What is the definition of this? See that? Read a property list by using the key parameters. Okay, so I'm going to be using this load method. See, I'm not designing from scratch onwards. Someone already designed it. I'm just calling this method in my local system. How it is possible? With the help of object creation. See, I already designed the existing class preparation of method. A variable I have created. With this variable, look at this. prop dot. Have you seen that? Load method came here. Load method. Okay. So what happened? What is the 3 lines of code right now here? First line is, where is my property file? I have captured the entire path and stored it into one local variable. Then existing Java created class properties, for that I created another variable. I just loading my entire input properties where it is, and that entire path I just loaded here. So what is the meaning of line number 28? fi is nothing but my input.properties. So these I just loaded into prop. Okay, so what is mean by prop right now here? It contains all of my existing test data here. So line number 3, 4, 5, it contains the variables, it contains some data. The entire lines, 3, 4, 5 lines has loaded into prop. Okay, see, I want to go with this now. Just I must call this variable. Before equal to something we have, right? This variable I must call with the help of readable file. See that? Prop.get, there is a bracket. Inside that I'm just writing that prop.get property is the one method here with the help of key. What is the key here? This is my key. See, if I do like this, what is happening? System will launch the URL. So what URL here? I didn't hard code it. So system will go to the property file, input.properties, what it contains equal to something. This will become capture and place it in this area. So it will be open the edge. Similarly, the same one. Go to this area. What is my username variable? Copy that variable. Go here. Call that. Look at this. It is easy to understand now. I'll place like this. Look at this. Prop.get property with the name like this. And what is my next one? Copy this. Look at this. Prop.get property with a key. I can call like this. See, this is my property. And where is my locator? Locator is loc dot something, right? Okay. Loc dot Facebook email. Loc dot password edit box. Loc dot my login button. See, in this code, have you seen any hard-coded things here? Locator is taking from locator class, input data taking from property file. That's it. Understand, guys? But I want to implement few more steps also. What is that? Why do we need to go here? Direct step. Why don't we call the same method from sendKiss method? Go with the sendKiss method. Here is my and this is my input data. See, what is the main difference of line number 35 and 37? Line number 37, directly we are finding the object and push the data. But line number 35, we are finding the object, whether it is displayed or not, we are checking. Okay, whether it is displayed or not checking, enable or not checking, any existing data clearing, then after you can pass the value. Got you? Similarly, shall we go See, I'm not going to be using like this code, so better you can take it up this code for password also here. The next click method I'm calling here with this locator. See how it would be actually. Have you identified any difficulties here? Hello? Any difficulties you are facing here? See, previously everything is hard coded, now it's not hard coded. All the values are taken from different areas right now. Am I right? Hello? I have written the code, that is a reusable code, taking locators from locators class, taking test data from property file. So now when I run this program, look at the results whether it will be executed or not. So system has to be launched the Facebook URL. It is taking from property file. See that URL open, then enter the test data and click on login button. Have you seen? Everything is working fine. If you design this the way, it is easy to further to any modifications comes into the picture, you can easily modify in the code level. So now tell me, any locator got, see, login button locator got changed. Then we don't want to disturb the class. Just go to the locators class and change the locator here. Suppose my customer has said that don't want to go with the ABC and I'll provide the different test data, you can use that. Then you can come to the test input.properties and change the username, change the password here. Yes?
Yes.
Everyone understand this step, please? Ahida, Rupa, Reshma, Rajesh, Naresh, Monima, Lakshmi.
One question. In the resources for Java project, I'm unable to create the test data folder. So how do you create an input property file in Java project?
Okay, so Java project. Any project is a common only. As well, see, Java project, first of all, this structure won't come, right?
It's there actually.
So Java project.
Yeah.
So Java, or you are talking about Maven?
Maven only. But
Maven only. Just right click on this resources folder, go to new, and this is not visible for you. I think so. Am I right?
Oh, it's not there. That's not there.
Then go with other.
Okay.
Under other general area there is a folder.
Okay, general, yeah.
Got it?
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
First you create a folder. Inside that, right click on the specific folder. Again go. Suppose you are not able to see this. Again go back to the other. Go with the general, and there is a file option here. Select the file and write the file name here itself with the extension of .properties. Okay now? Yeah. One more quick question here. Madam Lakshmi ji, question for you. See, if you hard coded the values in a property file, okay, test data, and your username is not only one, means you can go with this. But I want to go with the 100 usernames, 100 passwords. Then property file is always allowed to use only one test data for one variable. Suppose I want to go with the second now. Just example, I'll copy this. Okay, so let's go with that one like this.
No, you can use the Excel sheet.
No, we need to go with the Excel at the time because
See, property file is the only one set is better actually. Property file. If it is a multi-set of data, if you want to use in your real-time test cases, then property file is not supposed to use. You must go with the Excel sheets. Okay, just right click on the test data folder, go to properties and go with the specific location. Yeah, here is my project location, and I'm going to be creating an Excel sheet here. Okay, so just TD I'm taking here. TD, just TD, any name you can take it up, not an issue. Go inside the Excel sheet. We can prepare a test data in an Excel sheet. Okay, so just example, username, password, okay, example from ABC something blah 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 at gmail.com blah blah. Okay, and my password is something. This is my username and password. If I have to extract that, look at this, different password, username is same only. Okay, username is same only, password is different. So this is the case, we have multi set of credentials. Okay, if you want to go with that multi values also, just delete this. Okay, just go here, sorry, I'm modifying something. See, we have a multi set of different usernames and password right now, and I want to retrieve the data. Now tell me, Wahida madam.
Yes.
Okay, the question is here, Wahida, I ask one question to you, right? Like, what is that? Yeah, I have set up data here. Just my mind has diverted into some other area. Sorry, someone has pinged me, and then I just went there. Sorry for that. What is yesterday date? Is 22nd, right? Okay. Wahida, question for you.
Yes, please.
There is a test. Okay, there is a test. Could you please tell me where is that located? May I know what is the row and column for that?
It's 9th row and F column.
9th row, F column. Okay. Great. 9th row, F column. Super. So how do you identify?
By
There is some numbers.
Yes.
There is some. But system doesn't understand what is this 1, 2, 3, what is ABC and all. Okay, how system will recognize this cell content? So first it has to be identify the row, then column. So rows always start from 0 onwards. Index, it will be take a index base. Index always take from 0 onwards. Am I right? So this is the 0th row. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what is the row number right now? It's the 8th row. And what is the column number? 0 onwards you can count it. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is your cell address here? 8th row, comma, 5th column. So like that. So row by row and column you can take it up. Okay, row and column. So first here, where is your Excel sheet located? That locator, so that is, we'll call it as a workbook. Okay, so where is your Excel sheet located, and first identify that. Then after, under this workbook, which sheet is your data stored? Look at here, I have sheet number 1, 2, 3, and which sheet you want to first find out that where your test data has stored. The sheet number you must place it here, that sheet. Then which row your data has stored, and that row which column you want to take it up the data. Okay, like this. Hello. So these are the main points have to be worked with it. So first workbook, sheet, then row, then column. Then what is the column here? See, you must identify what is your workbook, what is your worksheet, where is your row, where is your column. Then only you'll capture that cell data. Okay, to identify these, first of all, what is my workbook, what is my sheet, what is my row, what is my column. These four is mandatory to get the data from cell. Okay, so this workbook is third party tool actually. This Excel sheet is a third party software. Am I right? This is third party software. So who designed this Excel sheet? Microsoft people. So to work with this type of tools, so Selenium doesn't have any inbuilt methods to read the data. So for that, we are going to be use one third party tool, Apache POI. What is that?
Apache POI.
Apache POI is a software. So you must download the software to retrieve the data from Excel sheet. So how to download that? Go here, and we have already pom.xml file, right? Any new software you must download from here. Okay, so go to mvnrepository.com. Go to mvnrepository.com. You can search here POI. Enter. Look at this. POI common, POI XML over XML, POI over XML schemas. These first three softwares has to be downloaded. One is the POI, POI XML over XML schemas. These three softwares has to be placed in your project. So go to 5.2 latest version, copy the code, go here and place it inside the pom.xml area. Go here, go the latest one, copy the code and place it to here. The next, go here, go the latest one, copy the code and place it to here. So these three softwares I have added here: Apache POI, Apache POI over XML, POI over XML schema. These three I have downloaded and saved it. Now those supported files will add to my Maven dependency area. Look at this. There is a POI came here. Have you seen? The software schema. Right. So POI over XML schema for 4.1.2 there and 5.22, 5.22 scheme. Yeah. All those available right now. And with that code, I'm able to retrieve the data from Excel sheet. So how it is possible? And the same data I have stored in my Excel sheet. So I'm just creating one separate program for that. Okay, go with the TestNG or normal class, also not an issue. Read the data. Read the data from Excel. Read the data from Excel. Instead of spaces, I'll just cover with the underscore symbols here. Just finish it. See that? Right now, I want to retrieve the data of this one. Okay, so where it is actually? This cell I want to capture. This cell data I want to capture, guys. Where is my Excel sheet? Where is my Excel sheet? Where is my Excel sheet? Oh, something is wrong in a form.xml. Oh, it is a gap. Okay, I'm just closing all. Save and update the project first. It contains error, right? Go to Maven, update the project, force update, click on OK. Yeah, maybe it is contains still the problem. Okay, again I'm going to be update the project. The error message should not come actually. No problem. It is there also not an issue. We'll run that. At the runtime it will be clear. Go to project, clean that, whatever the catches are there, must clean that. Yeah, now when I clean the, go to project, there's a clean and already project selected. When I click on clean, the background, any catchy files, it will be clear and okay, complete the error. Now I'm going to be update again. It will be resolve the problem now. Yeah, that error message should not come. If it is there, it means something is wrong with the project implementation. Okay, right, we'll see what we are going to be discussing now. Read the file. Okay, so here first, where is your Excel sheet? Right click on this, go with the properties, and this is my Excel sheet. Here is my Excel sheet. For that we'll use file input stream. File input stream, any reference name is equal to new file input stream of path of the location. I'll place it here. End of the line, semicolon, put dot here. Dot is nothing but your project, and add that exception here. What is happening here? First step, I'm going to be save the code. Yeah, the problem is where is the TestNG library here? That's a missing, right? Maybe that is the cause to show the error message here. I'm just commenting this, and TestNG error message will come here. Add TestNG library in your project. After adding that, you just remove that. Now TestNG library file is available to run that. Okay, so the step one is first identify where is your Excel sheet. Okay, next, what is the next step here? Find the workbook. Okay, look at this workbook from this area. Workbook, any reference name is equal to okay, new workbook of part of the location. Will take it up here at new workbook. What is going on here? Get the workbook is not there. Workbook, any reference name equal to new XSS workbook. XSS workbook of file here. So where is your Excel sheet located? Under FI location. We'll go with the FI location. So what is this statement now? System will go on read that given path, read the XSS workbook method is to retrieve the data from dot extension, dot XLSX extension. See here, dot XLSX, right? So this is XSSF inbuilt method they have defined to retrieve the data. So this is who defined that? Apache 5 people. So those guys are implemented one method here. So what is the purpose? Construct a XSS workbook object to buffering the whole stream into the memory. So entire worksheet is capturing and place it into WB. Now inside the workbook we have a number of sheets, right? What is the sheet number? Sheet name here, sheet 1. So I just copy the sheet 1 here. I want to read the data. Okay, there is a sheet from okay PY SS. You can take it up this sheet SS. Sheet, any reference name is equal to from where I want to read it. WB is my workbook. Dot get sheet is the method with the name. What is the name I'm going to be using? Sheet 1. That's it. Sheet is there. What next? What next? Okay, workbook is okay, sheet okay, and which row you want to get the data? Second row. So create a row method here. row, any reference name is equal to, okay, f dot get row is a method. And what is the row number? What is the row number we're expecting here? Is it a row? What is the row number? Is it 0 or 1?
0.
1.
0 is this one actually. This is the 1. Okay, 1. Made it 1 here. Now what is R here? R is nothing but row 1. So inside that, what column data you want to capture? Is it 0th column or first? 0th column data I want to capture. Then go with the system.out.println statement here. R dot, okay, get column, get cell. Column is nothing but cell. Get cell of 0. That's it. If you run the program here, the system will identify the Excel sheet and get the data. Okay, now look at this. Have you seen? Is it the same content?
Yes.
It has identified them. Suppose I want, oh sorry, 1 second. Where it is? Yeah. Now he tell me I want to retrieve this data. Okay, I want to retrieve this data. 2426. What is the cell number, please? 4th row, first column. Am I right? 4, 1.
4th row.
Make it that 4th row here and column number 1. That's it. Right click, run as test.ng test. See the results of this? Have you seen?
Yes.
Okay. So what is I'm trying to implement for your assignment guide? Just read the data from property file and as well as Excel sheet. So this is the one, and first you understand this flow, then the same way we can implement in our actual class also. Yeah, here also how to retrieve the data. This is a property file, right? Instead of property file, we can go with the Excel sheet also. How that will be? I'll create a separate method. First, a basic step, if you understand that this create a separate program for read the data and retrieve these lines of code. If you understand this step, then we'll go with the next level of framework implementation, common function for the retrieving the data from Excel sheet. How to do that? Will you do that? So today the new topic is how to retrieve the data from input.property file, and this is from Excel sheet. So both. Okay now?
Okay.
Will you do that?
Yes.
Great, yeah. So yes is the confidently you guys are saying. We'll see what problems you face it here and how to. Okay, I'm just moving this entire code to cloud. Okay, you guys pull the code. Will you do that? How to pull, you guys are familiar on this, I think so. If not, then what's wrong with this here? What's wrong with this? The process cannot be accessed. The file is, oh sorry, files are is in use actually. Just close this, save this. Okay, done. Yeah, I moved it to cloud. Will you? Okay. Hello.
Yeah. If you don't have the Excel sheet, can we do it with Google Drive sheet?
Google Drive, I don't think so, because the path you have to provide here, right? The path you have to provide.
Yes. Yeah. Only with Excel sheet it works.
In a program itself, you have to give the path, right? So you can give the Google Drive path also. Okay. So Google Drive path, how it would be actually? Hello.
Yeah. will be under the main section.
No, it contains some file right here. Example, I have framework details here. Huh? Go with this. Have you seen this? This is my Excel sheet. That's enough.
Okay, yeah.
Give path, give this path, and read that which row. So suppose test data I want here. Go with the row number 7, and column number 1. Try that. Give this path. Will you?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. I'm giving here. Right, I'm just commenting this code. Right, just commenting this code. This path I'm placing here. Okay, we'll see. 4th row, 1st column. Is there 4th row here? 4th row we have, 1st column we have. I'm trying to run this program. Whether it will be written. Oh, is it sheet 1? Oh, sheet 1 we have. Have you seen? What is the problem? File not found exception comes into the picture. Oh, sorry. The path I completely given wrong here. Path not found exception comes into the picture. Okay. So system unable to log into this area. This path the system unable to log in. Is it correct?
That comes into URL or the path?
This is actually, it has to be logged in with that specific path. It will be retrieved that. What's the file input stream? Why it is a problem? It doesn't navigate there, right? It will be retrieve the data. File not found exception comes into the picture. Interesting. Okay, we'll try this tomorrow session. Okay, na? Okay, so how to retrieve the data from Google Drive? That's your question. Am I right? Yes, madam. Try that. I'll go to Google and try to implement, or else I can explain tomorrow. So what I'm planning to tomorrow here, how to retrieve the data and how to get the multi-set of data from Excel sheet and how to retest with the same code with the different test of data. That we'll see tomorrow. Okay, na? So simple thing, retesting with the multi-set of data, the same program. How to do? Right. Meanwhile, could you please practice this? Okay, na? Hello.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Right. Thank you. See you tomorrow then. Bye bye.